Let's talk finances and how you can actually cut some of your finances in half by doing simple little things. Now, first, I gotta make you understand that that's exactly what I'm doing myself. So some of the things that I've started with would be subscriptions. I was paying almost $220 a month for subscriptions, which I honestly didn't know. It kind of just gets up there. You feel like, oh well, I like this subscription. I have Netflix. I haven't even watched Hulu in so long, and I've had a Hulu membership for almost a year, which that's crazy because I watch a handful of shows periodically, not even consistently, on Hulu, which is funny. Anyways, there's so many different subscriptions that I did not need. I started there and cut the ones I didn't need out. So I cut out probably about 30-40%, and then the rest is what I actually do. Now, monthly costs, I need to reduce it even further. So everything that I could put on a yearly plan, I know it sounds crazy, but if I can put it on a yearly plan, I'm definitely going to do it because a yearly plan will get me to where I need to go. I only have to worry about it per year versus every single month. And it was just killing me because I would get these just anonymous. It just felt anonymous because I had so many different subscriptions. It felt like it was anonymously happening. I was like, I just paid Apple. How come Apple's taking another payment? I just paid them. And it's just like, how many subscriptions do I have? So I was able to do, I think, about 30% of them on a yearly plan versus a monthly plan. So I can pay up front. Instead of paying $9.99 per month, I can pay $100 for the year, save myself $20, and I don't have to worry about it every single month. Now, you do want to watch that because you will have a bunch of them come out at once if you have a bunch of subscriptions all done in one day. I make sure that I do it on the billing period. So if it's due on the 24th, then on the 24th is where I'm going to pay the yearly membership if it's available. So like YouTube, it's available only on the single plan. I'm not actually allowed to do a family plan, which sucks in my situation, because if I was able to do that for the yearly, I could save myself, so it's $25 a month to have, I think, up to 5 users, which I only use 3, and it's me, my wife, and my TV. That's it. That's the only reason why I use YouTube like that. So I literally only need 3. They should have like a smaller family plan, a not so family plan. So YouTube and a handful of other apps are the only apps I can't pay per year, especially because I feel like I should be able to pay per year on. Any app that I have a subscription with, I feel like I'm entitled to be able to pay whatever I want on these things. Like, if I want to pay monthly, if I want to pay yearly, it should be an option. It's just like, what's the difference? What's the difference, huh? So, and then also another thing I paid was CapCut. CapCut I used to edit these videos. I don't use all the features, but some of the features I still use to this day. Unfortunately, they have it behind a paywall, which is fine. It's okay. I'm able to share the same subscription with my wife as well as my 2 phones for the same price per month, unlike Netflix, which as soon as I want to log into something else in the same household on the same Wi-Fi, it's like, oh, well, now you need a family plan. Ridiculous. So I'm like this close to canceling Netflix, period. I know my son likes to watch a few things on Netflix, but at the same time, this close, Netflix. You raise the price one more time, you are getting canceled. You are getting outed. It's done, okay? One more time. And that's another way you can also lock these apps in for the year. So like when you're paying per month and they increase the price per month on the actual app itself, that means the next month you're gonna have to pay X amount of dollars more. Now, when you're paying yearly, that effect won't take effect until months later, which is great because then you can make a decision on whether you want to keep that app on subscription or not. So you actually save yourself a ton of money in the subscription game whenever they're raising prices on their apps. Another one I want to be able to pay per year, which I haven't looked into it, honestly. I haven't looked into this one because I was so irritated I couldn't do YouTube. I did all the other ones and I was like, dude, I want to do YouTube because it's $25 a month. I need to get this on just a yearly plan. And I found out you couldn't get it on a yearly plan for a family plan. So I was already irritated and I didn't have a chance to look into Amazon Prime, because at Prime, whenever I want something from Amazon, I want to be able to order something, I want it here now. Like, I wish I could get it same day. Some things I can get something the same day. And that's another thing. You want to cut down on spending. So now that you're saving money, you want to go ahead and cut back on your spending. That was another thing that I had to deal with. Was the fact that I would save money in one area, then go spend it in another area. You're not really saving money if you're allocating that money to something else. So that's why you want to be able to look at what you're doing and what you're spending your money on, and then go from there. You don't need everything. I know we want to act like we have to have 30, 40 different apps with all these different subscriptions. But when you start boiling it down and saying, do I actually use this subscription? What am I getting charged per month for? What am I doing out here? Am I actually benefiting in any way? And you realize that you're just paying out money, then it starts to upset you. Like, dude, I'm wasting all this money for what? I haven't used this app in so long. I forgot I was getting charged by this app. You know what's so crazy is they have an app for that too. So you lost track of all your subscriptions. You can connect another app and it'll find all the hidden subscriptions and help you cancel it by clicking one button. That's how bad subscriptions have become, is the fact that you need an app to cancel all the subscriptions. Now, the only reason why mine gets a little confusing is because I have multiple phones. So I have my actual iPhone that I use on the daily. Then I have the iPhone that I upgraded from before, and on there I didn't back it up. That's what it was. I didn't want it to transfer over all this data over here. So I started a new iCloud. So now I have two different iClouds, and yes, I do have two different subscriptions, one on there, one on here, which I'm just, I'm gonna say it out loud. I was just a little too lazy to make the full transfer. Therefore, I have two different phones with multiple subscriptions on each phone. So that's why it's like, when I go to subscriptions, I'm like, oh, okay, look, I don't have anything coming out. All of a sudden, next thing you know, I have all these subscriptions coming out of my bank account. Then I realize, oh yeah, that's right. I gotta go check the other iPhone that's at home all day. My wife uses it for ASMR, but it's at home all day. And I go over there and I look at it and say, oh, that's right, I have this subscription, that subscription. Do I need all these? I do need this one. Yep. And next thing you know, you check them all down the list and I still need them all. So then they're being used because these are apps that I'm using. And that's what you want to do. Once you decrease the apps of subscriptions, you'll see how much money you have extra to be able to allocate towards any types of debts, anything of that nature. Anything you have a debt on, you want to put that saved money towards that debt versus, hey, now I have an extra $100, $200 to spend every month. Think of it this way, all your debt will go away if you just continue to reduce the amount of money that's going out, as well as using the money that is being saved towards the existing debt that you have. And that's what I'm on track to do right now. That's why I'm definitely buckling down, because I could have took off this whole last year, and by this time I would have already been out of a lot of the debt that I'm in. And that's why I was like, you know what? I said that I was going to do it before. Then I got off track. I bought a few things. I wanted a few things, and I wanted to. Then now I'm in the same position I was last year. So that's why you got to understand that the year blows by quicker and quicker every single year. But when you're dedicated to a plan, it feels like it's taken so long. But before you know it, you'll hit your goal. And I appreciate you guys. If you guys got any value from this, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And definitely let me know down below, how much are you paying for your subscriptions? Okay? I'll see you on the next one. Peace!